So, as the title of this video might imply, I have a dilemma. And you, my friend, are gonna be my therapist for today. And by you, I don't really mean you, random person that happened to stumble across this random video. I'm really talking about myself. I know what you're thinking, this guy's a lunatic. What do you mean he's talking to himself? What I mean is that I am hoping this video serves a good purpose in the future when future me is looking back and, you know, cringing a little, laughing a little, but ultimately the goal is for me to react to this and for me to realize like, hey, it's okay and there's still good to come. And I'll explain more about that in just a second, but let me explain myself. And I know what you're thinking, you know, why would he explain himself if this video is for himself? Well, I want to make sure if someone random does stumble across this video, I want to make sure that they, you know, understand who I am and what the heck I'm doing. And just to begin, my name is Rene Enriquez, and that's R-E-N-E, not R-E-N-E-E. And if we're being specific, the last E in my name has a little accent because I am from Mexico. And while I am from Mexico, I've basically lived my entire life here in San Antonio, Texas. I am what one would call a coconut. And if you don't know what I mean by coconut, just ask yourself, what's brown on the outside and white on the inside? Me. So again, my name is Rene. I am 21 years old. I am not graduated from college. I am not even in college. Well, I've done one semester in college, but we don't talk about that. Well, really, I don't care about talking about it. Just every time I talk about it, it makes me realize like I should probably go back sometime soon-ish in the next 10 years or something. But with that said, I do have some other interesting things going on that would be considered productive. For example, I am in an entry-level marketing job at the company that I work for. And again, no college degree or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. I am also a self-taught professional photographer, and by professional, I mean people pay me money to make videos and take pictures of their special moments. And I use the word professional very lightly because while I do know my stuff and I've taken the time to learn all of these aspects about photography, that doesn't mean that I know the absolute total 100% knowledge of what a photographer is or should be. And I mean, other than that, I just like hanging out with my friends, doing new things, traveling to places I've never been to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I personally haven't done in life, so I just want to experience a lot more. And also I like nerdy stuff. I like pop culture. I mean, I have this Naruto t-shirt right here. If you guys know who that is, good on ya. I also have a bunch of other nerdy stuff back here that I just got at my first ever like Comic-Con kind of thing. It's not the official one, but it's something that we have here in San Antonio that's pretty close to the real one. And I mean, yeah, that's basically it. As far as like face value kind of stuff, like stuff that, you know, is just on the exterior, that's just about it. Again, I like anime, I like movies, I like music. I like anything that is created with passion. And I know that's kind of a vague statement because just about everything is built with passion, but the arts and the pop culture stuff and everything, you know, that kind of stuff, that's built with passion, that's made from passion. And I mean, for as long as I remember, that's always what I've wanted to do. I mean, from a very young age, I just remember, you know, my mom buying me this little camcorder, and it was one of the first like HD camcorders, and I remember it because I still have it. I just remember having it as a kid and putting it up on my dresser and just kind of looking at it and making faces at it and like screaming at it and full lungs going. From that moment, I just felt so cool and so even powerful just to be able to click that little red record button, do a little something, and then stop it, look at it, and be like, yeah, I made that. And like I said, it's just something that I've always wanted. I mean, I can take you guys through the journey of how many YouTube channels I've made and how many emails I've created for those YouTube channels and how many social medias I've created the accounts for just in case I need it, just in case that time it blows up. I have done this so many times. You know, the only difference is that now I'm an adult. I'm 21 years old. I mean, I have all this equipment that I've kind of gathered throughout the years. I have all this experience, all this knowledge. I feel like I'm finally starting to, you know, go in the right direction. But the only thing that's missing is the stuff that I actually want, you know, and that's video creating, and that's making content, and that's, you know, showing the world what I have to offer. So now here is where my dilemma comes in play. I know what I want to do. I have everything that I need, and I mean everything. I have the microphone, I have lights, I have the camera. I can't tell you how many videos I've seen with the title 20 tips on how to be the best starting YouTuber, or this is what to avoid when you are a YouTuber. It's all engraved into my head. I want to do this. I want to start. I just want to make and make and make. I have so much in me, like it feels like this weight in my chest, but not a bad one, not necessarily. It's something I feel like it needs to get out somehow, and for some reason it's so simple, but I can't. In those videos that I've been watching and just seeing how things kind of are, it seems like, if you want to start out strong or whatever, you gotta have like a niche, or you gotta have, a set goal or a set direction or whatever. For example, if I'm a baker and I want to make baking YouTube videos, then there we go. I make baking YouTube videos. There's no reason for me to go out and make paintball YouTube videos. I mean, if you want to be like that, if you want to make different kind of stuff, even if it's on different sides of spectrums, then you should be able to, and go ahead. I mean, the sky's the limit, right? But the way I feel like this works is, people are there to watch you do that one thing. People are there to see you bake. So I feel like that is where my problem lies, because I have so many interests and so many things that are just equally kind of holding me everywhere. And the thing that ties it all in is making videos and making content. But how can I make videos and content when there's so many things that I just want to showcase? I mean, just to kind of give like a brief rundown of all the things I want to do is, I love photography. I wish I would be able to either, share my knowledge of what I know right now to the people that are trying to, become photographers and videographers, or even if it's not like that, even if I just want to share my growth as one, because like I said, I'm not super professional. I mean, I get paid to do it, but there's a lot of learning room, and there's other stuff, like maybe sometimes I just want to, play video games with my friend, because me and my friend get into video games a lot. Our favorite game right now is Apex Legends, and we've been talking about it. We're like, dude, we should just make videos about this, because there's sometimes where we just have hilarious moments, because we're not the best of players, but somehow we win a decent amount of time. And even if it's like a travel video, I mean, I like hanging out with my friends and doing different stuff, so I mean, we've even thought about doing that, but it's just, there's so many things, and that's just like a small, like 10%, not even, there's like a 5% of what I want to do. I just feel like I can't do everything and still get, some kind of feedback from it. Well, if you really want to make it, then you should just make it, because views and the fame and the money and whatever comes along with being a YouTuber isn't important in the end. It's what you make, right? I do agree. I mean, if you're not making stuff that you want to do, then what's the point of doing it at all? But there is a flip side to this. I don't think a single person would be upset about making money from making videos and content and stuff like this. And while again, it's not the most important part of this whole thing, it is something that is important, because as of right now, I mean, I don't really have a lot of time to be doing this. That's another reason why I just kind of been stuck. It's not just, my personal blockades, it's also that I just don't have time. At the end of the day, you gotta pay bills, because that's how life is. So for me to say that I don't want the money and I don't want the fame would just be a big lie, because it is. And I think that goes for a lot of people. And I've always, literally always wanted some kind of fame or recognition for, my passion for this. I do think the fame and the money and the views, I think it is crucial at some point. And wouldn't it be cool if you made a living doing the thing that you love the most? Right? So the reason why I bring that part up is because I've had a lot of opportunities, and I've done this so many times, and the same thing happens every time. I'm the kind of person that if I'm given a project, or if I have a project of my own, I literally give everything that I can into that project in a perfectionist kind of way. I put my threshold all the way up here when really it should be down here. I get so unmotivated, because it's just the lack of, the lack of exposure that you get from these things. It is unmotivating, because there's a lot of talented people out there producing these amazing things, and even if there's a plethora of it out there now, there's still so many people that are left unseen, and it bothers me. What about originality? What about the people that are just grinding it out? And that's I think that's what scares me, is I will put my all into it, and I will just see that no one is watching, and I'll see that no one is enjoying it. I'll see no feedback, and that'll just, take me from here to down there. I do think it is something that can't be ignored, at least in my situation, because it has held me back and it has made me fail so many times that now I can recognize it and I can at least try to move past it. So just to kind of wrap this whole thing up, again, this is more of like a reflection piece for me in the future. I'm not really expecting a lot of people to see this, but if you see it and you've made it this far, then I mean, thank you. That means a lot. Hopefully you get to see, you know, what comes after this. But my entire goal for this thing is for future Rene to look back at this video and either say, huh, I remember when I made that. Look at me, I'm making videos now, I'm doing what I want. Hopefully, you know, I'm making a little money from doing what I want. Or, you know, I could be looking back at this and reminding myself that if I have fallen again, then it's time to get up, and to give me a reason to be like, I can't give up and I can't stop doing this because I already made this promise. And yes, as cheesy as it sounds, this is kind of a promise. It is. I don't want to give up. I've lost at this battle so many times, but for some reason I'm making this video, and for some reason I want it because I need it. This is what I want to do, so this is a promise video to myself. It's just a little more, little bigger kick in the behind. So I'm hoping by seeing this, you know, I'll get motivated, and maybe you'll get motivated too. And this time I am talking to you, random stranger. You know, if there's something you want to do, then just do it. I mean, what's stopping you? I mean, if it's like money stuff, then work for it, you know, grind it out. I mean, I was fortunate enough to kind of have help from my family and my friends and my girlfriend, whatever, but I grinded it out, and fortunately I'm here now. So if it's something that's stopping you, find a way to overcome it, because honestly, that is what I'm trying to do with this video. So not only is this a promise to me and future self and my past self and whatever, but this is also a promise to you. And yes, I mean you, random stranger that stumbled across this video. Hopefully, you know, I'll be making some stuff that you enjoy. Hopefully I'll be making some stuff that looks pretty dang cool. And hopefully I'm making stuff that I want to make and stuff that I really just want to share with everyone. But regardless of anything, again, in conclusion, I just want to make videos, and this is how I'm gonna hold myself accountable to make videos. If you, random stranger, happen to stick along throughout the whole time, then awesome. If you see this video only, then awesome as well. At least you watched it, right? But anyways, look forward to seeing what I'm gonna do. I hope you guys look forward to it too. Peace. That was